same time, let me quickly move into what Mary's legal advisor has to say on what is trending. It's about Linc Edochie. Linc Edochie is so happy, like so fulfilled in his life now that he has gotten a woman who is from the United States, and this comes with few perks. There are a lot of extras. That's what I mean. That is attached to you marrying or being in a relationship with someone who has access outside of the restricted continent of Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to welcome the Edochies once again. It was Yul Edochie that we were talking about. Yul Edochie. We were talking about Yul Edochie not because we wanted to talk about him. We spoke about Yul Edochie because he called us into his immaturity, and we thought and we felt that Linc Edochie was not going to come out to maybe clean that is not supposed to clean, that does not require clean, washing or anything out there. But he did, like how he was advising his brother publicly on a podcast, until that one called him out and said, okay, with all this your wisdom, shebi you divorce. With all this your wisdom, shebi you self, you have your matter to deal with. So let's go to it. This morning, I woke up to numerous messages regarding a woman named Yinka. She has been dragging Queen May into her criticism of others. And at first, I didn't think it was worth my attention. However, after receiving multiple messages and listening to Linc Edochie's broadcast about these issues, I took the time to read through some of the exchanges and finally grasped what's happening. Yinka recently married Linc Edochie, making her a new member of the Edochie's family. Linc has always been a decent and gentle person, consistently supporting May, unlike Yul, who seeks constant attention. Linc tends to keep his personal life private. In fact, very few people knew about Linc's divorce from his first wife until you made it public. So what could prompt Linc to engage in such public drama? That's the question. Now we'll proceed. So Linc divorced his wife, or his wife divorced him, and somehow, he didn't tell nobody about it. He didn't make it public. He showed support to Mary, that we know. And in between all of this, in between it all, somehow, in between all of this, he came on the podcast and spoke about his brother and said, Daddy has always wanted us to take marriage and private life off social media. We shouldn't do this. We shouldn't do it at all. Now, what's the difference between Yul Edochie and Mr. Linc's marriage, divorce, and break? You wanted polygamy. Linc did not publicly talk about polygamy. Yul Edochie came out and he was so loud about it, like he wanted to use social media to enforce that he wants. Anyway, that is the difference between both of them. Linc wasn't that popular like Yul Edochie. No, he's not that popular. People know him, but not like Yul Edochie. So he wasn't going to gain such, and I don't think he will come on, even if Linc had come on social media to talk about polygamy and how he wants his wife, I don't think people are going to really vibe to it, because who is this American Yinka? She's not someone who is in the industry or known, unlike Judy that is not that popular, but because people got to know she's in the industry, it became something to talk about. The situation seems to stem from Linc marrying someone quite different from him, not only in age, but also in personality. Yinka appears eager to promote herself, evident in her frequent claims about being a Yoruba woman and daughter of an ambassador. Now, I don't think she wants to promote herself. It is basically a thing about her being probably looked upon as a nobody, and someone who is in contact, or someone who married or in a relationship with a name that is popular all over Nigeria, courtesy the father of Yul and Linc, Sir Pet Edochie. I think that's what the thing is about. Saying she's a Yoruba woman is more or less like the thing that we all have in Nigeria, where tribe plays in who you get married to, who you don't get married to, that kind of thing. So the tribal thing is still there. There is still tribal issues. So being a daughter of an ambassador that she's saying, I guess one way or the other, some people might have said something, or she's just that kind of person that likes to, most people, I'm not saying everybody, who lives in the US, Americans are loud people naturally. They are loud. They are loud. They are not that conservative, they are very loud. So she must have picked up that blowing your horn, as if that alone should command respect. To be frank, what's the real distinction between being an ambassador and being the principal of a secondary school? A title-focused person would see a difference, but not much else. Additionally, Yinka seems to have a habit of discussing people's ages in her posts, which is rather unnecessary. In short, Yinka could become a significant problem for Linc, as her behavior may lead to public conflict. Yinka veiled attacks on Queen May are unfortunate and probably motivated by envy. Now, that's where I'm having issues with a little bit of what Mary's legal advisor is saying. Now, I'm not saying that Yinka, you see, there are different kinds of people. I don't know where all of this stems from. Like I said, society plays a huge role in how people behave and talk and do. And she has been observing what has been going on for a while. I don't think Yinka is envious. What will Yinka envy Mary for? That's the thing. She is probably an American citizen. Now, am I saying that does not mean? Yeah, it matters, because she can move anywhere she wants all over the world. Being in Nigeria is a dual citizenship. So she can move around. Now, she's in the medical field. I don't think she's broke. Yeah, she's not broke. So what can it be that she's envious? I think Mary's advisor this is an over, he's just trying to press it. Now, about her being defensive and blowing her horn, that's the part that I need to look, because I saw some of her write-up. This woman said no degree. Is it that she's prepared because of what she saw on social media, looking at Judy Austin and Edochie and kind of thinking about it I don't want to be dragged or put into this at all. Solution, advice to Yinka: stay off social media. But now she's done. I think she's liking it. Stay off social media. You don't have to respond to any post. Even Mr. Defender of the Universe, Linc, it did not have to come on social media to come and shalaye, explain anything to anybody, but it did, which is not okay. So, according to Mary's legal representative, Yinka's veiled attack on Queen May are unfortunate and probably motivated by envy. I don't see why. Is it that Yinka is in the life of Yul Edochie? I don't see this veiled attack, unless Mary somehow, these people have a close circle too that might not be privy to everybody. Maybe somehow through Linc, Yinka got to know or hear that Mary said something, being that both brothers have left the love of their life and now moved on to the next level. You know what I mean? Wife of their youth, something like that, and moved to the next level. Maybe she heard something that is giving her this kind of attack mode, hey, I heard that, but she's not going to say, I heard that Mary said that. Now, so them be all these women, witchcraft women coming to drag our men, stuff like that. We are human beings, so it could be. But about envy, no, there's no envy. There's no envy. She can't envy Mary, because there is nothing concerning Mary and her. There's nothing. She said it's not possible. Say seeking fame in this manner is not the way to go. Her actions risk dragging the entire Edochie family to public dispute. Which dispute? Dispute is already in that family, courtesy Yul Edochie and Judy Austin. There's nothing worse that can happen than what has happened. We are talking of something that's dragged this long. There is no record of this kind of dragging that has ever existed on our cyberspace. Never. So while many have tried to protect the Edochie family from the controversy surrounding Yul and Judy, Yinka's action threatened to pull them into the chaos. While this matter hasn't garnered widespread attention yet, we urge her to back off and remain neutral. Her indirect attacks on Queen May are uncalled for I also encourage Linc to guide his wife and suggest she adopt a more neutral stance. It would be unfortunate for Linc, who has shown maturity over time, to get caught up in this controversy. Unfortunately, Linc has gotten caught. In fact, he is in it already. And social media will not stop. Social media will drag them. And the thing about social media is social media will put hands into your throat. The day you open your mouth to spit out anything, if they had kept their mouth, they didn't bother about whatever social media puts out there about marriage. Anybody can insinuate, conjecture, blah, blah, whatever. Within 3 months, it will die a natural death. Wake up again in 6 months, you don't respond to it, that's the end of it. But now, like I said before, this is not going anywhere. And I think the next thing they want to do is to pick 1 or 2 people, like, we are going to sue you, we are going to do this to you. It will keep the fire ablaze. It will become national.